Heart rate variability. So, how do you know that your nervous system is balanced and regulated? Probably the best way is just to observe yourself. Do you usually feel stressed or overwhelmed? How many hours do you sleep each night? How would you rate the quality of your sleep? Do you get sick easily or often? When you are sick, how long does it take you to recover? Do you exercise regularly? It's easy to know that your nervous system is out of balance if your answers to these questions are not what you'd like them to be. But you can have a low stress life, sleep well, and rarely get sick and still not have a healthy regulation of your nervous system. One of the tools used to understand the health of the nervous system is heart rate variability, or HRV. HRV is a measurement of the distance between heartbeats in milliseconds. If your heart beats 60 times per minute, it isn't necessarily beating once every second. It is beating an average of once every second. As we breathe in and out, the duration of each heartbeat changes. This fluctuation exists because inhalations stimulate our sympathetic nervous system. In turn, the sympathetic nervous system speeds up our heart and makes it beat at a more regular and consistent tempo. However, our exhalations stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which causes our heart rate to slow down and our heart rhythm to become more irregular, as though to breathe with our respirations, which again is a positive sign of a healthy autonomic nervous system and increased parasympathetic tone. Heart rate variability is a marker of the health of the autonomic nervous system, revealing the relationship between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. The lower the HRV number, the more regular and consistent the heartbeat, the more dominant the sympathetic tone is. The higher the HRV number, the less sympathetic tone. Essentially, our heart breathes right along with our breath, which directly affects the nervous system. The higher the variability, the healthier the state of your nervous system. Because we can make our autonomic nervous system respond by speeding up, slowing down, or changing the depth of our inhales and exhales, our HRV score is only a reliable measure of the health of our nervous system when it's taken while sleeping. However, it is good to monitor our breath practices as increasing our heart rate variability in real time. Doing breath practices that increase HRV have long-lasting effects, and in addition to good sleep and low stress, breathing is one of the best ways to regulate nervous system function. High HRV shows more than just the balance of the autonomic nervous system. It's also an excellent indication of cardiovascular health, the ability to handle stress and exercise, and a high fitness level. People with high HRV also generally have strong willpower, a calm demeanor, good social engagement, and self-control. Low heart rate variability is related to chronic stress, pain, inflammation, depression, and increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, and death. To recap, heart rate variability is one of the best ways to measure the health of the autonomic nervous system. Heart rate variability measures the time between heartbeats to determine the rate of variability. Low HRV, less variability between heartbeats, can result from high levels of stress from either internal or external stimuli, increased stimulation of the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, poor sleep, poor diet or fitness, alcohol consumption, illness, inadequate rest or recovery after exercise. Higher heart rate variability, more variability between the heartbeats, is an indicator of a healthy autonomic nervous system, low stress, good sleep, good diet, excellent fitness, a healthy immune system, and adequate rest and recovery after exercise. Measuring and improving heart rate variability. When I learned about the importance of heart rate variability, I went out and bought a monitor. There are several good products out there. The most accurate for measuring real-time HRV are chest straps that link to an app. In the beginning, I used one to see the real-time effects of my various breathing exercises. Now, I wear a smart ring when I sleep to monitor my HRV, my sleep cycles and durations, and my resting heart rate, along with a few other health markers. So, I can make lifestyle changes that make me feel better and healthier. I consider myself to be very healthy and fit. My outlook on life is positive and I rarely feel stressed. But when I start checking my HRV, I was shocked at how low it was. Average healthy HRV decreases rapidly with age and can vary significantly between people of the same age. It's best not to compare yourself to others or think you should achieve a certain score. Because my HRV was lower than I thought it should be, I thought I had serious problems when I compared mine to my friend who was 10 years younger. The average HRV of someone around 25 years old is between 55 and 100 milliseconds at 40. HRV is 35 to 65 milliseconds, and in someone over 55, HRV drops 25 to 45 milliseconds. But these numbers still vary significantly regardless of age and health condition, and you shouldn't give it too much thought if yours is below average for your age. Knowing your baseline is more important than knowing the average HRV score for your age and trying to get your HRV to a certain score. When you start monitoring your HRV, it will take you a few weeks to find your baseline. Once you understand where you are, it will be easy to see how little things can have a significant impact and what you can change to improve your health. My HRV was low mainly due to lifestyle. As a traveling yoga teacher, I fly all over the world and I regularly deal with jet lag and poor sleep. The other thing that killed me was overbreathing. I never thought of myself as an overbreather, but on average, I talk for more than 20 hours every weekend, either lecturing or teaching, and this increases considerably when I lead teacher trainings. While I still teach just as much, if not more, I am always traveling, I am regularly jet lagged, I've been able to improve my score considerably. My two biggest problems were lack of sleep and overbreathing, which were the first two things I addressed. I did as much as I could for sleep, such as not drinking coffee after noon, limiting alcohol consumption, reducing blue light exposure, and going to bed earlier. I also started to do more pranayama, and I began breathing exercises specifically to increase my HRV and restore the balance of my autonomic nervous system. These practices dramatically improved my HRV, my quality of sleep, and the time it took me to recover from jet lag. It takes several weeks of monitoring your HRV to understand how the lifestyle change will make an effect on your score. HRV is a real-time tool to track the effects of things like diet, sleep, stress, and exercise, and it can vary from day to day. Sometimes I wake up feeling tired and fatigued, and I know my HRV will be low before even looking at it. So I take it easy, maybe skip my handstands for the day, or do a more relaxed yoga practice, or something more restorative like meditation. Low HRV can be a sign you haven't fully recovered and you need to rest. Other times I feel fine, but my HRV is really low. I found that when my HRV is low and I decided to push it, I end up having a poor practice, getting sick, or even injured. Many, if not all, of the breathing exercises in this book will improve your HRV and the health and balance of your autonomic nervous system, even if that is not the specific intention of a particular exercise.